In a week where Jacoby Myers didn't know he was in a tie game, Pat Mahomes used a questionable gesture in the huddle, and Ryan Tannehill just wanted to see what was happening on the field. It was hard for me to choose a topic for Week 15, but this is the silliest thing I saw this week, presented by Viore. Go to VioreClothing.com/Harris for 20% off your first order. Stick around later in the show to hear more about Viore. This week, we're going to start down in Houston. In the third quarter, these guys were having a ball. I like to see opposing fans having a good laugh. But Kansas City has the ball in the third quarter, and Mahomes throws a little dink over the middle to Juju, who gets tackled. It looks like he fumbles after the initial contact. And we see a flag on the field, and we can go to the head official, Carl Sheffers, for the call.
There and then the field as the forward progress of the player was stopped. Personal foul, blindside block, number 1 offense. 15-yard penalty, second down.
Okay, so Juju is ruled down by forward progress, and McKinnon is slapped to the blindside block. Apparently, Trent Green doesn't think that this is a blindside block, but then Gene Sarator comes on to say it is a blindside block. But what was surprising was what happens after the flag. Houston decides to challenge the call of forward progress prior to the ball coming loose. Now, from what I understand, and the 2017 Kansas City Chiefs also understand that you can't review forward progress. Here it is in the rule book under fumbles, section non-reviewable situations, AR 1578, forward progress before a ball coming loose. Now, the situation that they lay out here isn't exactly the same situation that happens in our game. This is talking about a running play, so who knows, but forward progress before the ball coming loose is quite literally the exact words that Sheffers used, and as you can see here, it says non-reviewable. But Sheffers and his crew decide that they will entertain the challenge, and let's see what Sheffers rules after the challenge.
After review, the loss of possession occurred simultaneous to the contact by the defense. Therefore, it is a fumble and recovered by the defense. First down, Houston.
Now, to explain how this play was challenged at all, CBS has Gene Sarator on to explain exactly what this rule is.
A lot to unpack, and a good announcement by Carl Sheffers. Even though they rule progress, if the ball immediately comes loose, it is now reviewable, which in this case it did.
So it actually took me a while to find this rule. It's underneath running plays in the rule book. And you can see here it says, if on-field officials rule forward progress, then replay can only review the position of the ball in relation to the line to gain or goal line, and can rule that there is a fumble with clear recovery if possession is lost prior to or simultaneously with the defensive contact. So even if this is what happens here, and there was a fumble lost simultaneously with the defensive contact, I'm not sure Juju lost control of the ball once he actually went down. He kind of pins the ball with his left arm and holds like his hand over it as he hits the ground, which I'm not saying that that's 100% possession, but the play is blown dead, so he kind of just gives up. He just kind of lets go of it. And again, in the rule book, it says very clearly with clear recovery. And because the play was blown dead so early, it seems as if there wasn't really clear recovery. It was like players giving up. Texans player dives on it, but I don't even know if he really has it. You can see Juju's hands are kind of on the ball. So this seems like bad officiating to me. And I'm really interested if you guys agree or disagree down in the comments. Maybe I'm off base here. The NFL officiating official Twitter tweeted out this explanation, and the commenters under there seem to think that this should not have been reviewed. Again, I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say, what your opinions are. I think Sheffers and his crew might not be the best officiators in the league, and I'm going to give you guys a couple other examples that happened from this game. I mean, Sheffers can't even hold on to his flag. He's a mess. I'm just poking a little. I'm poking the bear a little bit. But yeah, so Mahomes tries this crazy decision, throws late across the field, and somehow Kelsey jumps up and snags it. And Kelsey is clearly hit midair, goes down with the ball. And upon trying to stand up, it looks as if like Desmond King kind of shoves him back down to the turf. And Kelsey, normally one of the most level-headed players in the whole league, isn't too happy about it and gets called for unsportsmanlike conduct. And this seems like a pretty bad call too. Kelsey was just trying to get up and Desmond King pushes him into the ground. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know how this goes against Kelsey here. Maybe like it'd have an offsetting call there, maybe. But there's another one later against the Chiefs where Juan Thornhill gets called for illegal contact after he gets ran into. You can see it here. Just gets ran into. It's a bad call. I can plant my flag on this one being terrible. Just wanted to show you guys a couple other bad calls. But here's a play I really wanted to show you guys. This isn't the refs being bad, but this one made me laugh out loud and annoy my wife about watching the replay. After Pat Mahomes runs this ball in for a touchdown. Check out the man in red with a little finger wag. But Mahomes, being the gent that he is, gives the ball to a lucky Kansas City fan. And when the camera cuts to the young boy, the lady next to him is like, yeah, give me a high five. And he totally biffs and just whacks her in the face. It's only for a brief second. But he hits her in the face. She seems to be okay with it. She's having a good time still. But that made me laugh. But there's one last funny part of this game was at the very last play of the game. I'm sure you guys have seen on Twitter or wherever you guys roam on the internet. But Jerick McKinnon scores on the last play from 26 yards out. And my favorite part was watching the cameraman's life leave his body when Jerick McKinnon throws this ball against the wall. Now, to be fair, he was looking down his lens, so he couldn't really... So he wasn't sure if it was coming at him, but it made me laugh a good amount. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I hope somebody gives that kid the ball. That kid's pointing at the ball. I give it to me. I hope someone threw it up to him and he high-fived someone in the face in celebration. Oh, but if you guys like this video, please check out the people that made this video happen. Vuori. That's V-U-O-R-I, Vuori. Vuori makes some of the most comfortable clothing that you can get. Okay, whether you're lounging around the house and you need a cozy get up, or you're about to go on a hike and you need something more athletic, Vuori has some of the best clothing out there that will cover you. But go to vuoriclothing.com/Harris for 20% off your first purchase. I swear you guys will not be disappointed. I love Vuori. I'm so happy that they're the sponsor of the show, and they are the people that make the show happen. So if you like the show, please go support the sponsor. And thanks for tuning in this week. This one was a little bit longer and maybe not as silly. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this. If it was too off-topic-y, too around the pathy, I don't know. I don't know if you guys heard my 18-month-old was screaming for like 3 hours during this recording, so I tried to do my best to cut her out of it. But other than that, guys, thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good things. Share it somewhere. That'd be great. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.